what I did this week,
John.
I hopped into Temtem.
Tell us what Temtem is.
Tell us all about Temtem.
My new game of this week.
I don't
know.
I don't fucking know what it is.
So I played early access Temtem a few times.
You were in the early access. Yeah. Temtem, Felix, is a Pokemon-style MMO game. So what they've done is they've taken the concept of a monster catching game where you collect, 6 of your monsters with you and you fight with them, you catch them out in the wild, you train them, you level them up, you battle other trainers. They call them tamers.
Which is not in any way, shape, or form an MMO.
That concept alone exists in Pokemon by itself.
Pokemon is not an MMO.
No, because, of course, you have massively multiplayer online as part of that acronym.
So there is no online in Pokemon?
No. Well, it's semantics, but no. Let's say no, just to make it clean and easy.
Yeah.
In this game, in Temtem, you are actually in an MMO. Your world has other tamers named people that are playing the game running around in there with their own Temtem running around behind them. So that alone is a huge separator in how the games play. And already, in my very, very early experience with this game, makes it more enjoyable and interactive than anything Pokemon has done to be social.
So is this kind of like Bobo Pokemon?
I mean, kind of. Like there's a direct parallel with each one. But I wouldn't use the word Bobo because it is actually good. Like it's good.
It's like if
no.
you know what I mean?
Getting Bobo Keds from the Payless.
Sure, dude. Nothing wrong with that.
Comfortable shoes. I'm
Nothing
not
wrong
saying
with the
they're
Bobo
not
Keds.
comfortable.
No.
I'm not saying they're not comfortable.
But the thing that Temtem does really well is that it seems like it's trying to push the genre forward a little bit in various ways. You got quest logs, dual battles.
Dude, RPG quests in a Pokemon game.
Who thought it?
I had multiple quests at the same time, and I was like, wow, this is a whole different element of this game.
I have other things to do other than the one thing.
Now I can do more, exactly, than just visit a city, heal up, do the gym, and then go to the next patch of grass. Mm-hmm. Like, there are direct parallels, don't get me wrong. Like, instead of Pokeballs, you have your Tem cards, which store your Temtem digitally. There's there's not a Poke Center. There is a Temporium, where you heal your Temtem and you go to the shop and all that stuff.
So is this like...
There's not gyms, there's dojos.
Yeah.
They're not trainers, they're tamers.
Yo, is this like Fortnite to PlayerUnknown's?
Yeah. I mean, in terms of animation alone, it is.
Right. So this is the Fortnite to Pokemon,
but remember,
which is
Fortnite
PlayerUnknown's.
arguably did it
Now,
better.
I don't know if
pushed the genre ahead. So that's a really good analogy.
That's what I meant.
That's a really good analogy.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, the
Dude,
game
how
looks
many analogies
better.
can I come up with in this fucking show?
I don't know.
You're killing it. Let's just say that.
They're all stored with the prize pig.
I'd give you your 66% on your analogies.
At least you're not a punter.
I tried the whole night.
But one thing's for sure that this game
going,
gets good points on for me is the fact that it runs at a crisp, smooth 144 frames a second.
This game looked
on my
really
4-year-old graphics card.
It looks fantastic. It's gorgeous to watch. Someone in my chat when I was playing it today mentioned it looked like Breath of the Wild. That's kind of spot on.
It's clearer than Breath of the Wild.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: Pokemon Sword runs like garbage, and most times.
Yeah, it was
really
pointed out for me because I didn't get to this
muddled textures.
I didn't get to this point in the game in Shield when Gathalion tweeted about it day one, but then when I got to the wild area, I saw what he meant. He was saying that like the performance in the wild area is like a 3DS game, and it's really disappointing for this being the first release on the Switch.
Yeah, it's like they just made a 3DS port. Anyway.
Yeah.
How long's Temtem been around?
Just came out in early access.
This Tuesday,
cool.
Is their launch.
Yesterday was their early access launch. So before that, it was all alpha test. It was all closed.
And you guys
systems.
think that's probably going to come to consoles?
It's slated for 2021 for all consoles.
Oh,
for everything,
including Switch. Yeah,
I could try it out.
It might be worth a go.
So in terms of the experience playing it, it was extremely rough.
Yeah.
Both yesterday and today. They were apparently not only were they not ready for like 50,000 players was the number they were reporting on their servers.
I have an article up.
Is that a lot for MMOs?
I mean, I don't know, but
this is a small team. Who knows how big their servers are? They could have been on fire all day yesterday.
Yeah.
They reported being DDoSed all day.
I was going to say that too, yeah.
But not because of an attack, but because they just...
Both. They were attacked. Which they then dealt with.
But is DDoS always an attack? I thought DDoS sometimes was just them fucking not knowing what they were doing.
They used it in both senses is what I'm telling you right now. They communicated they were being DDoSed, and they figured out a way to mitigate that attack. but that effectively the same thing was happening, but now by legitimate players.
I think it would be safe to assume that hard Pokemon fans probably are.
Who tried to DDoS?
I don't know. Let's not start a narrative. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We're not making this a thing.
Okay.
We have no evidence. No one knows who was DDoSing.
Okay.
And
I like that. I was about to ride that fucking conspiracy wave.
I know.
Don't do it.
I know.
When I was
halfway through and be like, "Oh my God, Game Freak was DDoSing the developers."
No, not Game Freak. Pokemon stands.
It's what I'm using is an example of what people hear halfway through a show.
Sure.
And we're going to be responsible with our reporting.
I gotta tell you though, even when I played the stress tests, the pre-beta before launch this past 2 weeks, constant disconnects.
Yeah.
Hangs on doing certain things.
There's still things that hang. I actually ended my game when I froze opening up a little item box out in the wild.
Yeah, me too.
Some item boxes work. Some item boxes literally just hard lock your game. Me and our friend Abrupt from the Discord server, we were actually teaming up yesterday in the game, which again is something that Pokemon doesn't have. You can explore the game world together with your friend.
You don't have to tell me how awesome it is to play a game you've played for years and then suddenly realize you can play it with your friends.
And it works really intuitively because all of the battles in Temtem are 2v2. Whether you're by yourself or with your friend. If you're by yourself, you throw out 2 Temtem. If you're by a friend, you would each throw out 1.
Yeah, you can play it really well alone as much as you can play it with your friends.
Exactly. So we were in the game together yesterday. We found a weird multiplayer bug where he initiated a trainer battle, which then brings you to that point, because I had done it earlier. But in this specific trainer, there was like quest dialogue that he got that I didn't get. I got the reference string. It was dialogue 19-0.
Oh no!
And then my game was frozen.
Oh
but he continued playing, even though we were still in a group, according to his
watching your streams. You had a dual stream going on.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of menus, a lot of logging in to the game. Every time I turned back around, I was like, oh no.
I called it a queue simulator 2020. They were just nothing but leaving and getting back in a queue. So they fixed. I mean, the Temtem devs were just on it yesterday. Literally throughout the night, and even today. Not only pushing out fixes, but tweeting about fixes, which a lot of developers don't do in the early hours of their game. At least not, very good ones. And it really kind of shows their commitment to the project and being able to. And it's turn stuff around really quickly.
By far not a complete game?
No, even today I thought we'd have a better experience, and I sat at a black screen after the queue of 8,000 people. Sat at a black screen after I said play the game. That happened 3 times, waiting at least 10 minutes on each black screen, until I said, I'm done streaming. This was 4 p.m. I finished the stream. I hosted Abrupt. I went, quit, end stream. The game lets me in.
Motherfucker.
So then I just turned it back on. I was like, all right, we're in here until I get kicked out once, and then it actually lasted until I had to leave for the podcast. But yeah, it's still got a lot of growing pains, still very rough. But when it's in and when it's working, it's so nice.
It is.
It's so nice.
I got to give mad props to the battle system itself because they do something pretty different than what Pokemon has done forever, which is the PP system, with the way they do it.
Yeah.
So what Temtem does is, which really impressed me, was you have a meter of how many times you can use certain attacks, and the value of certain attacks are
They call it stamina, but it's effectively like a magic bar for your moves.
I would say it's an easy comparison. Some moves you can't use until you've warmed up. So you can't just go in there with your heavy hitter every time like you can in Pokemon.
Exactly.
And some moves can only last certain turns. Some Temtem have natures, and the natures play a key role in... Because you'll catch the same Temtem, they all have different natures. Some will resist sleep. Some will not hurt your friend when you're in combat with him using an area move, right? A lot of different things that you synergize with the dual fights, which is really makes you think a little bit deeper than just throw your guy out there, hit him with the fire and the water.
It's a great point, and every aspect of battle seems to have been thought about more deeply by the Temtem team versus the Pokemon team.
It does, yeah.
A lot of it. And you regenerate that stamina every turn. So you can make decisions about whether you want to play a move, whether you want to wait. If you play a move that takes more stamina than you have, it eats away at your health.
So that encourages you not to use those heavy hitters. Save the heavy hitters.
Or make a strategic play if you know you're going to take somebody out, and like kind of survive it.
some
Like
chip
there's
damage.
more angles of thinking and more angles of approach than
Which
straight up Pokemon.
I think is going to be its strength. And I know they only have
Yeah,
like
for sure.
90 Temtem right now, but it's early access. They're going to release more. I have no doubt that this is going to be building itself into a very good game.
They have their own version of Shiny as well.
Okay, what is it?
They're called Lumas,
Ooh, do
they're
they shine?
differently colored. I don't know what the official appearance animation is, but I have to find out so I don't miss one when one does show up. Apparently, they're rarer than Shinies. The Shiny,
Still never seen a shiny.
I haven't. Oh, I think actually, no funny. Me and my
Never seen
brother
a shiny.
saw one doing a max raid battle on Christmas
How
together in
dare you.
Pokemon Sword and Shield. Didn't catch it though. No, but I think the Pokemon shiny rate is like 1 in 4,800, maybe something like that.
Okay.
This is 1 in 6,000, so it's even a little tougher
Ugh.
to find a
Ugh.
Luma in here. But I have a lot of faith in this game and a lot of promise for it. I can't recommend that people play it right now. I really can't, based on my experience actually being in the game. Like I racked up, you know how Steam tells you like that you can get a refund within the first 3 hours. I hit my 3 hours, and I felt like I played 5 minutes of the game when it first launched. So
Damn it.
it can go into points where it's very, very, very rough to sit through, which of course will get better. But I would wait at least until it does to actually hop in. But once it becomes stable, I think this game runs very well for early access. It is very complete.
It's optimized.
As of
like,
right now,
that's
yeah.
one thing for sure.
Yeah.
When it's running perfectly.
Yep.
So
So yeah,
There
that
you
was Temtem. I'll be streaming it. I'll be playing it more as long as I can get in with the servers.
and I would like to watch you play more. I would buy it, but I got this VR headset thing.
No,
so
dude,
my money's
wait until they look.
Looks pretty neat.
I'm gonna
though.
try and do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's got a lot
It's
more
a game
dynamism
that you can play online and with people
with people.
or without. Really enjoy it, and it's
Oh,
just,
and the music slaps.
it slaps.
So good, dude. Epic violins and just nice, cheery tunes depending on where you're at. It's so
Good battle themes. Yeah.
So good.
Hell yeah.